I'm here today to talk about the ripple that has gone through our community, the ape community, regarding the 100K price tag videos that now we are seeing all over YouTube. This, of course, stemmed from Trey's video where he talked about 100K being an unrealistic expectation that, frankly, he doesn't see happening. He made a follow-up video where he pledged that he would give up his left testicle to a doctor if it does so happen to reach that price. Now, a lot of people are upset and confused by his video because he is a prominent face within the community that people look to for advice, for confidence, etc. And now he is pushing a narrative that goes against what a lot of people believe in, myself included. And so we're going to talk about that today. And one thing I think the community has sort of strayed away from and overall not talked about very often anymore is what is the MOASS, right? What is the mother of all short squeezes? Back when this all began, we had decided, given the data that's out there, that this was going to be the mother of all short squeezes, bigger than Volkswagen, bigger than Berkshire Hathaway. But what is the MOASS to you? Obviously, it's life-changing financial security, life-changing financial wealth, however you want to put it. For others, they want change within our market, within our system. They want transparency. But in order for MOASS to happen for every ape, the price does have to hit something unrealistic. The MOASS, for some, could be $1,000, $2,000. And that's great if you hold 10,000, 20,000 shares. Yeah, you're obviously sitting very pretty then. Probably retire. But for those who don't, for those who, they work dead-end jobs, low-paying jobs, they're just barely scrapping by on food and rent, etc., and they only hold, say, triple-digit, double-digit shares, that $1,000, $2,000 isn't going to cut it with them. And early on in the community, it was always talked about that, every ape eats, right? This was, everyone involved was going to, in one way or another, see some substantial, life-changing wealth from this. And the price anchoring that has come down, from the top, so to speak, has made a lot of people pretty upset with that because they looked to certain individuals online for confidence and for verification of what we've all been fighting for and what we've all been saying this whole time. And it comes back to the simple realization that we have what they need, right? They dug these holes so goddamn deep that they can't get out of them. We're up there, we're holding what they need in order to get out of the hole. So the theory there, the premise is that as long as enough apes don't sell, the price will continue to rise because it falls back to supply and demand. we have what they need. And what comes into question then, because no one's doubting that, right? What comes into question then is the amount of money that they have. Now, a lot of people, when they talk about, how much money could be used in this play, right? They look at the market overall, our stock market. They find what the market cap of it is and sort of just pin that number, saying, well, it can't get any higher than this or even close to it because that would cause complete collapse of society and, the country and the government's not going to let that happen, yada, yada, yada. Now, yes, is the government going to let everything collapse and have things go into anarchy? Obviously not. But I do believe that these, what people call unrealistic numbers, I do believe we can get to those because there's a piece of the puzzle that a lot of people are ignoring. And that's the amount of money in assets that all of these bad actors have, right? Ken Griffin alone has billions of dollars, and he's just one man. Granted, yeah, Citadel is a market maker, so they're arguably one of the bigger fishes out there. But Ken Griffin has multi-million-dollar mansions throughout the world, not just in America. Citadel has all of those offshore accounts with God knows how much money stuffed in them. And again, we're just talking about one fund here. There are multiple funds in this play. We're just talking about one fund and one man. So when people sit around saying, oh, there's not enough money, yeah, maybe there wouldn't be enough money if we sucked everything out of the stock market and put it into AMC. But that's not what we're doing, and that's not what anyone's been trying to do. A lot of people are in this play now. Obviously, most people, everyone started because they want to make a decent amount of money. They want to make a buck. I know when I first started, I was like, I had my price set, saying, hey, when my P&L gets to here, I'm gonna dip. That was within the first month or two. But a lot of people now, it's come down to the market transparency that we want. We've seen over the past year and a half how corrupt the SEC is. I mean, it's obvious, especially with that video, that advertisement that they made, clearly mocking retail investors, right? So a lot of people are saying, hey, we're not selling until we see some sort of change that makes the markets fair again. Because right now the markets are rigged towards the billionaires who can manipulate it and make money off of everyone else. So there's no way for the little guy to climb out of poverty with the stock market like all those people before us could, right? There's the no sell, no sell meme that kind of goes around talking about these bad actors wanting the DOJ to seize all their assets to use that liquidity to pump into AMC and then have these bad actors behind bars. And going back to the MOASS too, right? The MOASS, we're not going to see a change in our market at such low amounts. If these bad actors get out of this, one thing for sure, they're going to make sure that nothing like this can ever happen again. They're going to, snuggle up to the SEC or do whatever to make sure that the situation we're in now never happens again. And the MOASS, this play that we're in, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And once this kicks off, once we get over the starting line, there's no going back and there's no redoing it. We only have one shot at this, right? Now, there's two lines of thinking here, or at least two sides of emotion that get played. Some people see that and they get nervous and they look at the low ball numbers of say 1,000 and 2,000 and think, man, I just want to cut out there and call it safe, especially when you have you know, more prominent voices in the community saying that we'd be lucky to see those numbers, right? Um, then you have others who are saying we only have one shot at this. We need to make sure it counts. We need to make sure that not only can we get the most out of this for our well-being, but for the well-being of our children, our grandchildren, and the future of this country, where we can have a fair and transparent market, free of dark pool abuse, free of payment for order flow, free of market manipulation, free of synthetic shorts. And the only way that's going to happen is if we hit these astronomical numbers. Now, no one knows exactly how high this can go. Obviously, there is a cap at some point of how high this can go. But, me personally, I'm not going to see a peak of a number and be like, that looks about right, let me get out. Because that's not changing anything. I want to see the bad actors taken off the table. I don't want them running the market. Because it's not going to matter, how much liquidity I can snag in a play if for the rest of my life, for the next, 50 years, it just gets eaten away by corruption in the market. And I think a lot of people are not really thinking about that too much. They're not thinking about the fact that, yeah, you might be able to snag $1 million, $2 million, a couple $100,000 off of a play, and you're thinking, that you made a good deal, which yeah, sure you did, but looking at it a larger picture, if these bad actors can continue to manipulate the market to steal from retail, because that's exactly what they're doing. There's no other way to paint it. Steal from retail. All that money you made is just going to get slowly stolen back by them. Price anchoring is something that bothers a lot of apes, of course. Now, everyone's going to sell when they see fit. The 100K price target, if you will, the floor, it was never, no one ever sat down and said every ape is going to sell at 100K and then we're all going to be rich, happy, and go home. Because that's obviously not how any of this works. The 100K floor was put so that we could squeeze the hedge funds, force market transparency, force a change, and allow the apes under us, under you, who have less shares, to get something useful out of this, because we are all in this together. This only works if we're all in this together. It doesn't matter about Trey, it doesn't matter about me, it doesn't matter about you. The only way this works is if everybody is committed to the cause and sees those unrealized gains and says, no, I'm going to hold on. I'm going to hold. It's like what happened with GME's initial squeeze, right? Everyone decided, hey, this is at a really high price. I could have a lot of money. And they said, do you know what? No. We're gonna squeeze them harder. We're gonna squeeze them more. And GME's not done. AMC sure ain't done. Excuse me. We have what they need. It's as simple as that. We hold our shares, the price goes up. I'm not going to factor in, what if the government comes down and says, you have to settle here. There's a lot of what ifs out there. Hell, this entire thing is pretty much a what if, right? We'll deal with all those what ifs when we get there. But the 100K price tag is in my opinion, absolutely viable. And again, I'm not saying everyone's going to sell all their shares at 100K. What I am saying is that the chance of reaching it and surpassing it and going beyond it, the possibility is there as long as everyone holds. People want to say, oh, they don't have the liquidity. Yes, they do. Go look at how much Ken Griffin's worth. Go look at all the offshore accounts they have. And remember that that's just one hedge fund. It's just one man. Now, I am, of course, not a financial advisor. I don't have a degree in finance or anything like that. But I'll tell you who I am. I'm an ape. Just like you, at some point, I saw what was going on. I did my due diligence, and I got into the play. So why am I making this video here? It's to let you know you're not alone. A lot of people were really upset about, some of the more prominent YouTubers' videos out there talking about unrealistic expectations of certain price targets, but nothing about what is going on is realistic, right? Until this has never happened before. The situation we're in has never happened before. So we're already in unrealistic territory. If you had, 10 years ago, if you had told someone, hey, in the future there's going to be companies out there that are naked shorted with synthetics, 7, 8 times the float, what have you, there would absolutely be people say, it'll never happen in a million years, that's way too unrealistic, not going to happen, not going to happen, here's all the reasons why that won't happen. And yet here we are today, watching it happen. 5 years ago, if you had said that Dogecoin, the meme cryptocurrency that has no value whatsoever, if you had told someone, hey, this shit's going to go to $1, everyone would look at you like you're crazy and say, that is so unrealistic, it's not going to happen, there's no way, no one would ever do that. No one would ever buy into it that much, what have you. And what happened like 2 years ago or a year ago or whatever? It went up towards $1. We're in unrealistic territory. You can talk about what's realistic if you want to be really safe and conservative about the play. But if you're here, if you hold these stocks, if you're in this play, chances are good that's not why you're here. You're here to make the unrealistic happen. Because we've seen the unrealistic happen on the hedge funds end. Naked shorting companies into oblivion. Well, the pendulum is gonna swing the other way now. And as you know, if you know anything about a pendulum, it's gonna swing the other way. It's gonna swing really damn hard and go pretty damn far. So yes, I believe AMC can reach 100K. And people are gonna call me names, call me stupid, whatever. I'm in the Weeble chat. I know how it goes, right? And just to denounce some of the shills or comments that I know are coming my way with this video, people are going to come on saying that I'm just trying to get, fame or views or what have you off of Trey's name, off of Trey's success. What fame? You don't know who I am. You're not going to. You're not going to see my face. You're not going to know my name. I'm never going to have monetization on this. You're not going to see ads from me. You're not going to see super chats or whatever from me. I made this video. I might make more, who knows. I probably will. I made this video to let the apes that believe in this, the apes who have been here since the beginning, that you're not alone. Because that ripple I talked about in the beginning, it shook a lot of people. It buzzed the hive, so to speak. So I'm here to raise my hand and say, no, I'm sticking with the original plan, the original premises that we can reach these heights. If you agree, let me know down below. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe or like. You can if you want to. What I would rather you do is, if you took anything positive away from what I've said today, I want you to share it with those that you know, with those who trust you, but let them hear it from your mouth. You know, it's one thing to send this video to somebody and say, hey, watch this. Who am I? I'm a voice on the internet. I'm nobody. Let them hear it from you. They will have way more confidence in what you have to say than what I have to say. I'll see you all on the moon.